Welcome to the Philantrepreneur Show, hosted by Dr. Victoria Boyd, designed to offer tips, strategies, and insight to empower nonprofits and entrepreneurs with sustainable win-win solutions. The Philantrepreneur Show is sponsored by the Philantrepreneur Foundation, building capacity through education and professional services.
Well, welcome, everyone. This is Heidi Anderson, founder of Credit Cares and president of Electronic Commerce International, and my delightful co-host, Dr. Victoria Boyd, who is president of the Galaxy Group and editor of the Philantrepreneur Journal. And as always, we are just thrilled to bring you the Philantrepreneur Show, which airs every first and third Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific Time. Wow, it is hard to believe that it has been a full year as just amazing Philantrepreneur guests. People who are creating and growing wonderful businesses that really do great work in the world. It's going to be a lot of fun today to catch up with a couple of our guests and find out where they are on their philantrepreneur journey. And speaking of journeys, I know Victoria has come very far in the past year. So good morning, Victoria. Why don't you share with the amazing things that have been going on with you?
Hi, Heidi. This is really exciting. When we first started this, reaching our first anniversary, we get to celebrate. Yay!
Yay!
And yes, yeah, this year has been great all around, especially for the Philantrepreneur. Soon after the show started, the website launched, which has all types of tips and strategies and resources, so make sure you check it out. And in January, my pride and joy, the first edition of the Philantrepreneur Journal launched with regular column writers, tips, strategies, insights, just tons of information. Another resource that supports our philosophy of building relationships between entrepreneurs and nonprofits for that win-win-win relationship. So it's so exciting. And then this October's edition will be a new launch as we welcome our new media and design partners. So it's even going to be more outstanding. On the horizon, January's topic is leadership, and the cover story will be about Donald Lanier, president of the Platinum Elite Group, a Berkshire Hathaway company. Yep, that's a Warren Buffett company. And he's doing such great things in multiple communities, even in Phoenix where you are, Heidi. So we're going to have to connect him with you. Then the spring edition is on marketing, and I have another great cover story lined up that I'll announce real soon. The journal is definitely on a growth spurt. And one real area I'm proud of is our Ads for a Cause program, where 10% goes to a designated charity. And currently, we are supporting the Foundation to Foster Empowerment. I'm so excited about that. And Heidi, that's your baby. Come on, tell us some more about it.
Yeah, it's been an incredible year for the foundation as well. I mean, I mentioned in the first show that I had this vision to create ranches for kids aging out of the foster care system, and where they would spend a year immersed in a loving community where they'll learn not only basic life skills but also self-development and visioning tools. So they can really deal powerfully with their past and feel loved and valued and just know they're so much more than a sum of everything that they've been through. And since then, I took the steps to form the Foundation to Foster Empowerment. And I was so honored by Victoria's agreeing to be one of the founding board members. And I honestly don't know what I would do without you, with your nonprofit expertise and guidance, and not to mention your web design skills. Victoria actually created the foundation website, which it's www. The short version is fe.org. So foundation2fosterempowerment.org. And and so really since then the vision has grown and just keeps growing. And now that we have our 501c3 designation, I am actively creating the relationships that are going to make this vision possible. I'm starting with the programs that already exist for youth at Turn 18 in foster care in Arizona, and I'm finding ways to collaborate with them. There's quite a bit out there, and just trying to find ways to get them all work together, and then kind of inject the self-development element, I think, will be a good way to get this started. Of course, I am open to suggestion, and anybody listening who has an idea for this, please feel free to share it with me. And I mean, I know we've got a lot of people with big hearts that care about foster kids, or may have even been a foster kid. And if there's something you can share with me that would make this just astounding project to really help these kids have the beautiful life that they love. And and then that original thought of creating the ranches for the kids made me think about how much money it would take, and how I could create a division of my merchant services business that could support not only my vision, but the vision of the nonprofits and other nonprofits. And that's how I created Credit Cares, which, of course, donates a percentage of all profits from any merchant referred by nonprofit to that nonprofit, and also lets merchants pick a nonprofit that they would like to support with their credit card processing. But now that the Foundation to Foster Empowerment is a reality, I'll still offer Credit Cares to any nonprofit that's interested and let merchants make the choice. But I'm creating a new division called Empower Payment, where any merchant that wants to make a difference in the life of these at-risk foster youth and that switches their processing to Electronic Commerce International will know that a large percentage of any profit we make will go directly to the Foundation to Foster Empowerment. And one other exciting thing in my last year is, I don't think I ever mentioned on the show that I wrote a cute little children's book that to me was an analogy of a positive foster care adoption story called Sammy the Squirrel and His Adventure to the Land of Drought. And I have just been stuck it's just a cute little story. It didn't come from me. I just woke up one morning, it was in my head, and I put it on paper, but I've been really stuck at getting it illustrated. And so the other wonderful thing that's come through this whole relationship with Victoria is she brought to the foundation board another wonderful woman and nonprofit expert, Sharon Evans of Evans Helping Hands, who actually I think co-hosted with Victoria just on the last show. And and that was a lot of fun to listen to. And she introduced me to her cousin, Anthony Tidwell, who has an art school for at-risk kids in Arkansas. I mean, you just never know how these things are going to turn out. I mean, it's like the perfect vision and idea for a way to illustrate this book is to have, kids do it. And so they're working on the illustrations, and I'm supposed to get some of their work next week. And I'm just so excited. It kind of gives me chills the way it's all coming together. And the proceeds of the book will go towards the Foundation of Foster Empowerment, and also we're going to share it with, obviously, Anthony's kids are doing the illustration. So his project is Cut Well for Kids in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and I mean it's just a huge blessing. So all this goes to show you really do never know when you pour your heart into being a philantrepreneur and making yourself and your business more about something bigger than yourself. It's where that experience might take you.
Absolutely. I mean, and even with our guests that have been with us throughout the year, their message we've walked away with tidbits that definitely we have shared and used in our own process. So I'd like to bring on now Dina Patton. She has called in, so let me get her live here on the show. Hi, Dina. Are you there?
I am here. Thank you so much for having me back.
Oh, thank you for calling
absolutely.
in. Yeah, Dina is the founder of Girls Rule Foundation, or she'll clarify that. But why don't you tell us and talk about what your year has been like, because you've been doing some amazing things. I see you all over Facebook and everything you do. So tell us about your year as a philantrepreneur.
Well, it's been a great year, and both for my business and for Girls Rule and what I call finding your line. As entrepreneurs, we're committed to building our businesses, but we're also committed to giving back. And I think sometimes it's hard to find that line. And I think last year was kind of my breakout year to finding that line and that balance between the two. So it was, so much of what you guys talk about of being, an entrepreneur and a philanthropist. I kind of hit my my balance last year, and that brought me so many opportunities that I can lift my charity and expose it, give it more wings, more strength, more direction. And so that was my big, finding that line and standing on it, and using the platforms that came through my business also for my charity. That was my big thing. And from that's where doors really opened for Girls Rule, and we've been able to do more programs, invite more volunteers, get more donations. Just the whole wheel of philanthropy have to work together. So
absolutely.
So you got to have your volunteers, but you have to have your funding, but you have to have your programming. So everything kind of got lifted in the last year and better refined.
I am so glad you talked about all of the benefits of combining and finding that alignment and that balance. And just we've been talking about it on our show many times about that congruence of interest, that there's definitely a real power in finding that, because it taps into not only your own passion, but your business, which should be your passion too.
Yeah, Dina, I'd be interested to hear just with some of the programs that you have created for girls. What are some of the things that you've done in the past few months?
Well, the signature core program that we offer is a free 2-hour life-changing workshop for groups of girls, whether that's a sports team. We did a basketball team at Central High School, a program for them, to church, to schools. So that's kind of our core program where we teach our 4 principles and help empower and educate girls. And we've had that from the beginning. But what the 2 new things that we have developed and are developing is the Brilliant, Beautiful, and Bold movement. And that is more of a messaging, social media movement that we're really trying to get out to girls to help them really know and believe that they are brilliant, beautiful, and bold just as they are. And, there's so many messaging today that are demeaning or exclusive or, they tell girls, they have mixed messages for girls. And they say, you're only pretty if you have this, right? Or you're only successful if you have that. And it's so confusing to girls. And so we want to just try to break through that noise and help them really know and own and understand that they're perfectly made, they are brilliant, beautiful, and bold as they are, and that they can grow from that and build a bright future from that place. So we do that through messaging. We also have bracelets that say brilliant, beautiful, and bold as reminders that we give girls that are really fun and the girls love. So that's kind of a grassroots movement that, we're trying to get celebrities on board and doing videos and helping us push the movement and spread the movement and lift girls. So we have that. And then something new that we're developing that we want to launch at our summit early next year are called the Girls Rule Campus Clubs. And those are clubs that girls can have at their school. They start. A girl can get inspired by this club, and her 3 girlfriends start the club and invite their classmates to it. And, again, it's rooted in our 4 principles, and it helps girls help other girls, kind of a support group for their dreams. So they help each other, they build each other, they empower each other, and mostly they help each other achieve their dreams. So it's teaching them collaboration and empowerment from a grassroots level. So that will be really exciting. We have some girls ready to pilot that program, and so that will be ready for 7th graders, 8th graders, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders.
And that's so important because that is definitely, those are ages where a lot of girls end up spending a lot more time, I hate to say this, but tearing each other down instead of building each other up. And and to switch that on its head and make it where they're empowering each other is, I think, will create a tremendous shift.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
Yeah. we want, my vision, I have a great vision, and everything starts with a vision. And, I see girls, they learn from a young age to tear each other down. And then it gets really intense that 7th and 8th grade year, and especially into high school. And if we can
I remember it.
It's ugly. It can get really hurtful and ugly. But if we can teach them a different way, and just like women, I have had to learn that if I collaborate with other women that truly know how to collaborate and trust that relationship, then we collaborate beautifully. But there's a lot of women that don't want to collaborate. They want to do it on their own, and they want to, tear other women down in the meantime. And they would learn that from an early age. So we want to teach them collaboration and empowerment. And not only can I achieve my dreams, but I can help you achieve your dreams. And that's
absolutely
not taught. That's not taught.
No, it's not.
So
well, it's
fabulous
really that you are now teaching it and that you're creating this.
And if girls want to reach out and find you, what is your website again, so that our listeners will know how to tap into some of your services?
Sure. It's Girls Rule, RULE, Foundation.org, girlsrulefoundation.org. And then if you go into Facebook and you just do the search, Girls Rule Foundation, you can search us there. We use Facebook heavily, almost daily. So a lot of our announcements, a lot of our core messaging is on there, and resources for parents of teens are on there. But we use that daily. So a lot of announcements and new programs and things like that are announced on our Facebook. So follow us there.
Absolutely. I'll make sure I post that again and talk about it some more. It was great having you on, getting a recap of your years. Your new program sounds so exciting, but more importantly, more valuable, and it's what the girls out there really need. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break right now and be right back.
Hey, are you a small business owner like me who wants to make a charitable contribution and needs easy access to charitable giving sources that you can automate for your business for free? Then I invite you to visit www.credit-cares.com. They have charitable giving options using their innovative merchant platform that helps nonprofits raise money and helps merchants make contributions at no additional cost to them using the products and services of Electronic Commerce International. Our giving options are easy to set up for small business. So if you have a business entity, we can donate in your business name. Go to www.credit-cares.com and see how you can make a difference every day by doing what you already do. Go to www.credit-cares.com and fill out the form or call 855-782-2737 for more information on how your business can be a difference maker in your community.
And we are back. I hope you reach out and get some of these resources like Credit Cares and Girls Roots Foundation and some other additional resources that we, the Philantrepreneur Show, like to bring is our tip. Each time we bring a tip and some resource that are valuable to entrepreneurs and nonprofits. The foundation of our show is to offer these tips and insights, and one topic that is vital and seems to keep coming up is leadership. There are many areas, so over the next couple of shows, a tip will be devoted to leadership. And even January's issue, as I mentioned, of the journal will focus on leadership and building a culture of leadership or intentional leadership. It's sort of funny. I was having a little casual barbecue with some friends a couple of days ago, and the topic in that setting came up about micromanagers. The whole concept of intentional leadership is to build leaders, empowering the growth and development of employees. However, research clearly indicates that one of the main obstacles to building that culture is micromanagers. I have a great article that is withstanding the test of time because it was written back in 2007, but it's on micromanagement by Kenneth Fercaro called The Consequences of Micromanaging. It contains a ton of information, how to analyze if you are a micromanager or MM, and the steps to help rid yourself of the very unproductive trait. The key elements that the article really conveys is that micromanagers, one, stand in the way of employee productivity. And they probably aren't thinking. They're probably thinking that they're helping get things done. And that, two, it actually prevents a company from moving forward. So to get all of the great tips and the three-step process in the article, the full article is in the Learning Library on the Philantrepreneur website under the Philantrepreneur tab. So check it out today. That's www.philantrepreneur.com. So I hope you check that out.
The Philantrepreneur is dedicated to your success. Visit thephilantrepreneur.com to find and explore a wide range of services and resources. Register and receive benefits such as training, early bird discounts, and the Philantrepreneur Journal, a nationally distributed bi-monthly digital publication serving everything Philantrepreneur, filled with tips, strategies, and resources to support your goals. Need more marketing exposure and have community impact? The Philantrepreneur is proud to offer Ads for a Cause, where 10% of your marketing purchase goes directly to charity. Contact us today to place your ad. Increase your reach in a professional digital publication or radio spot. It's a great marketing tool to send, post, or share in a variety of formats. Deadlines are on a rolling basis, so don't miss being included in the next publication. Visit thephilantrepreneur.com and click the Journal Marketing Ads tab today. Mention this show and get a 10% discount. www.thephilantrepreneur.com.
Okay, we are back live, and we're going to be bringing on a couple more guests. We're just waiting for them to call in. But Heidi, okay, let's talk a little business here. What are some of the benefits that your credit care and electronic commerce? Might as well use the term, the congruence of interest there. What do you feel are some of the benefits that your company brings to the business world?
Well, I think a lot of businesses that are profitable or there's a ton of competition in our in the merchant services world, and everybody's beating each other up on rates and giving away free this and free that, and just making it where it's just not. It doesn't have that positive vibe about it, and I feel that really making it about helping nonprofits and with the Credit Cares program, it just creates a much more positive energy. It just,
absolutely
it's about shifting the culture of your business, and putting your heart into it, where it's not just a numbers game anymore. It's about people and about helping people.
Yeah, and as you mentioned that, it's really about marketing. And, we talk about marketing, and the whole congruence of interest is a marketing strategy. And, the whole marketing world has shifted from going to just cause marketing, where corporations just send money to an organization, but they want to build that message. They want to build a program that benefits them both. So, it's great to hear how that can work, and we're happy to really encourage other entrepreneurs and individuals to think about the whole social enterprise. We actually have our guests coming on, so I'm going to bring on Susan Dayton right now. Okay. Maybe. There we go. Hey, Susan.
Hi, Victoria. Hi, Heidi. It's great to be on.
Susan.
Great to hear you both.
Yeah.
Great. And so, as we did with our previous guests, we want to hear what has been happening with you this year. I mean, everybody seems to have these great progress reports to bring us, so it's your turn to bring us your progress report.
Oh, thank you, Victoria. First of all, I just have to give you both a big congratulations on a 1-year anniversary for you. It's thrilling. And
yes.
On the how to say it, the pathway that you are carving in a new west, in a new wilderness, so to speak. I'm so with your vision and your mission, and of course that's one of the things we share because we work in the same sector, of helping corporations understand the power of philanthropy to distinguish themselves in the marketplace. It's a crowded marketplace. It's an options-saturated marketplace. And just getting attention, just grabbing audience attention nowadays is a Herculean task, and holding it for more than 3 minutes is a bigger one. So what I've been doing is the same thing you're doing. I'm working specifically with nonprofits. We've had a great year. I create strategic plans. What I do is I help them really understand how to think out from what corporations have to deal with. They have to keep their doors open. They have to sell product to do that. They have to keep employees happy to do that, and they have to increase market share, and they have to get clients happy, with the product once they've sold it. And the amazing thing is helping nonprofits educating them to understand what they bring as a solution, as a marketing solution to that need. So one of my clients we've been working with is a nonprofit that's just the perfect size, on the verge of global expansion. They're called Unstoppable Foundation. And we've spent a couple months now creating a very, very smart corporate sponsorship package that meets corporations where they are and explains how supporting global education for all children. There's 57 million children without education, and what that impact, the impact of that, is huge for the Western world as well as developing nations.
Yes, I'm familiar with Unstoppable and Cynthia Kersey. The work that she's doing is fantastic in building villages and towns and things. I'm well aware of her work. Yes,
exactly. And so when you create a strategic plan, you take a massive. What we're doing is I take a massive goal, like 57 million children without education. No corporation can wrap their mind around that. So we've broken that down into a year-long campaign. We created the 5,000 Can campaign. And what 5,000 Can is, it's inspired by Malala. You remember the Pakistani girl who was shot in the head? Yes. Shot in the head because she wanted an education, and that's still going on, as we know. And so the tagline is, we know one child can change the world. What could 5,000 do?
Right.
And so we have a 5,000 Can, and in 1 year, we are going to do what Unstoppable has accomplished in 6 years, and we're bringing education to 5,000 more of the world's most vulnerable children. And what that really does is that impacts about 20,000 adults around those 5,000 children, because to get them into school, you have to do so many things: clean water, health care, food, get vocational training for the parents, medical care. And education is almost a byproduct. And so we're doing that. And then we've taken that 5,000 Can year-long campaign where we're going to educate 5,000 more children. And we've created a specific launch event. And that's going to be on October 9th. It's by invitation, and you and Heidi are both invited. And if anyone is listening who considers themselves an influencer, it's really for influencers, people with large platforms who want to make a difference and want to know more about, how to impact the world regarding education for all children. And the reason I mention this specifically, Victoria, is because it's a great sort of 3-minute recipe for what every corporation needs to do, and every nonprofit who wants to engage corporate responsibility and corporate funding. You've got to make it edible. You've got to serve something on a platter they can grasp. A 1-year campaign with a kickoff event, sponsorship for a kickoff event, it's doable. They say, wow, we really did something, versus we threw a lot of money into a global cause which is so enormous, who knows where it went. And this is your model. This is what Philantrepreneur is all about, is creating this dialogue. And I've got some other clients too, but I'm most excited about this one.
Yes, I've been picking up actual corporate clients and showing them the benefits of a philanthropy arm or a foundation. And so we're both doing the same work, but sort of coming in it from a different pathway. So
different sides, so we need to talk.
Yeah. Once again,
and Heidi was telling me about it, so
interest.
congratulations on that, because they need to learn each other's language.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's important because I was putting together, in fact, I'll be teaching a class at UNLV in the spring called Whose Ball Is It? And it's all about corporations working with nonprofits and vice versa, and understanding each other's language and what that means and the benefits and how it can I'm really excited about bringing that. So if anybody wants to contact you, Susan, you want to give them some contact information?
Absolutely. You can reach me. It's very easy at Susan, SUSAN, at unstoppablefoundation.org, Susan at unstoppablefoundation.org, and that's for this specific project. And we just love to hear from you, and just wanted to just say, in line with what you're talking about from the corporate side, is that this is part of a movement. What you and I are doing is part of a global shift of conscious capitalism. You know, I think corporations are really removing corporate social responsibility beyond a sort of, we better do something for PR because everyone's doing it, into a genuine recognition of the size, the immensity of the global crises that we face, and that corporations, I think we've moved, let me put it this way, we've moved from we're reestablishing community but on a global basis. It used to be everybody was a member of a community. And then we went through this flux period, which was like, it's just too big, and it's, what's going on over there, I can't deal with it, you know. And now corporations are really they are key members of society. And really resolving these massive issues is up to this great teamwork. We have the two great elements in place, and we're building the bridge. So congratulations to you both. And
thank you. Thank you so much. So
thanks, Susan. Thanks for calling in.
Okay, super. Have a great day.
Great. Susan at unstoppablefoundation.org. And it looks like our next guest is on the line. So it's the new marketing director of the Charitable Giving Foundation. I'm going to go ahead right now and bring him. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how you doing?
Great.
Hello, Mark.
Introduce yourself.
Hello, Heidi.
Give us your full title and your job and your name and everything for our listeners.
Well, my full title. My name is Mark Wayner. That's about the title my mother gave me years ago.
We'll let you use it.
Yep, I'm the marketing and public relations director for the Charitable Giving Foundation.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and
so
the reason I was so excited to have Mark on because John Carr, who was the very first philantrepreneur ever, he and his wife Donna created the Charitable Giving Foundation back in 1974.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Mark has come into the picture to take it to the next level. So he's going to share with us what he's doing to do that.
Well, yes, John. My job is to carry on the legacy. That's primarily what John and I have discussed, and I get some big shoes to fill to do that.
So tell us some of your
plans.
What has happened over the last year and what's coming up.
Well, I understand from your email earlier, Heidi, that John was your first guest on the show about a year ago.
Yes.
And
exactly.
in the last
1 year ago.
It's about a year ago I first met John. Actually, I met John to go out there to talk to him about a sponsorship for my results coaching business, and we sort of hit it off, and we found out that we have a lot of parallels in giving and serving back to the community, and he had a pretty good vehicle, and so my community service over the last probably 40 years has been a lot of organizations from the United States JCs to my fraternity. That's kind of where John and I connect at. We're both members of Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity, and we found out there was more than just a common ground, and there was a common belief and a common passion. And in the last year, we've taken this Charitable Giving Foundation's entire format, the entire platform, probably moved it ahead 4 to 5 years from where it was at, just with having the John's support and ability to go through and say, listen, what's the next best thing? What does the next generation of the Charitable Giving Foundation look like? How can we better connect the merchants to the charitable causes, back to the consumer, and make it a seamless operation so it's a win-win-win for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So you're going to be restructuring some of the way the foundation works, or new programming, or anything?
Not so much restructuring, just synchronizing it with the marketplace is probably better words.
Okay.
For the better part of 35 plus years, John did a yeoman's job to do all this with directories and catalogs to connect the participating CGF merchants to our approved causes, our charities. And there's no fee to the charities. It's all charities and consumers. There's no membership fees, no fees, and it's all funded through redirected portions of the marketing dollar that our merchants give back to us. And so John was doing this until about 2010, 2011. By having the consumer go buy something, then mail the hard copy receipt in, and going through the arduous task of matching all that stuff up. Well, what we're doing with technology today is our IT department is Doug McClure, and Doug is we put together a website that really tries to manage that as best we can right now, and we're actually on probably phase 2 of that website as we speak to make this a more seamless process. Not so much micromanagement by the consumer, which will make it easier for everybody and a faster distribution of funding.
Great.
Yeah, that's really important, because I've actually put credit cares on the site, and I'm a little bit familiar with it, and there's a lot there, and to know that people can refer other people to the site, and they can make money as affiliates even.
Yes, we have quite an extensive certified associate program. That's sort of where my expertise comes in. Nationally, I'm a national speaker. I'm a teacher, coach, and trainer. I've been in the real estate industry for 40 years, and I've developed an entire training program, actually a certification exam, which basically is educational for the people that want to come back in, and we call them compensated volunteers, people that want to come in and help grow their community. And again, it's in today's future shock society, it's tough to give away your time. Okay.
Yeah.
We all have bills to pay, economic strife out there, not only for the organizations we support, but also for the people we have to help get those people off the ground and support them. So, we pay anywhere from 40 to 60% of the funds we receive to the foundation back to the certified associates and the cause they represent, and or register and bring in. So it's quite lucrative for the causes, and the certified associates have a chance to earn substantial income. I mean, it's not a flash in the pan, and it's something that if everybody's excited about it, and it's a win-win for everybody again.
Very good. That's what we're looking for. Win-win-win. Partnerships, relationships. That's a part of our philosophy of what we do. So if people want to explore and really look at and even sign up for being either a partner or one of the charities, what is your website? Where can they find you?
CharitableGivingFoundation.org.
Oh, that's easy
all
enough.
One word. CharitableGivingFoundation.org. Yes. And if they're a merchant and want to, come in and work with us on that side of it, there's a tab on the navigation bar that says merchant. If they want to come in and work with us as a certified associate and work within their communities across the country, and that's where we're taking this, they can click on the word serve. Okay, and they're both about a 3/4 of a page fill out on the website. Again, very simple, and once it's filled in for the first time, it autofills after that for both the merchants and consumers and causes, and it works really pretty simple.
That's great. That's what we like. We like simple. Busy entrepreneurs and nonprofits want things simple, to the point, so they can just get work done. Wow, it was great meeting you, at least on the radio, and for you to come on and take your time to share what the Charitable Giving Foundation has done over the last year and what you have planned for the future. I'm really excited that you were able to come on to the show.
Well, thank you for the invite. Like I said, I'm kind of the substitute teacher. John's doing our Midwest tour right now, so I know how everybody used to treat a substitute teacher because my background was education. So I appreciate your
and you did a tremendous job. You did a fantastic job.
Okay.
Once again, thank you for coming
Mark,
on
thank
the
you
show.
so much for calling in.
Okay, well, thank you for having us.
And we'll talk again
soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Heidi. I mean, we've had 3 great guests today, but let's recap some of the guests that we've had over the years. I mean, we've talked about topics from marketing to restaurants, budgeting and financing, book publishing, community growth, child and women welfare, mental illness, and healthy living and maintenance. But the one thread that binds these topics together in our guests is the passion and the commitment they have to building their business and community simultaneously. They are our philantrepreneurs. We've had guests from around the globe, like from Canada, Josh Leslie. I'll never forget him because he's my congruence of interest man. Brittany Zimmerman and Rosalie Moscow. And, of course, one of our first guests, Sir Chef Bruno Serrato. He was so gracious. He owns the White House in Anaheim and created Katerina's mission with giving food to the kids and sending it out. And I mean, his program is just so wonderful. And then we have Santa John. You know, we had to bring Santa Claus on, and he's doing great things in the community. And there are just so many, many more. So remember to access any of our replays of these great shows. They are always available at blogtalkradio.com/thephilantrepreneur. And, you know, we are excited about the wonderful guests that supported us. And remember, if you want to be a guest, you just need to contact us. And speaking of guests, on September 17th, tune in as we are joined by Catherine Jaramello. She's a dynamic, hardworking lady. Don't you know her? She's from here in Las Vegas. Heidi?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Catherine.
Oh, Yep.
Founder of Defining Women, yes.
Founder of Define, and now she has launched Mariah's House to address human trafficking. She was actually in a class I gave at UNLV a couple of weeks ago, and her plans and the goals and mission of Mariah House, they're really admirable. It'll be a very educational show, so I want you to tune in.
It sounds very interesting.
Yeah, you know, I just love meeting the people who have such passion and just pour all of their energy into creating different programs. So, are you one of those people? Would you like to be a guest with a great project to share? Are you a philantrepreneur? Drop us a note at thephilantrepreneur.com. The 2014 and 15 schedule actually now is filling fast, so reach out today. Our schedule is getting crazy. So visit www.thephilantrepreneur.com or just send us a note. We'll get you on the schedule. Okay, Heidi, guess what?
Yeah, it's been another wonderful show, and thank you to Dina and Susan and Mark for calling in and making it very, very special for our first anniversary. So don't miss our next show, Wednesday, September 17th at 8 a.m. Pacific time.
Okay, see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to the Philantrepreneur Radio Show, hosted by Dr. Victoria Boyd. Get involved. Follow us on Facebook and other social media outlets. If you wish to share comments or suggestions or appear as a guest on our show, visit www.thephilantrepreneur.com. Contact Victoria Boyd. Email her at theboyd@thephilantrepreneur.com. The Philantrepreneur Radio Show is a production of and sponsored by the Philantrepreneur Foundation, a 501c3 tax-deductible organization.